So we just got our last trailer for Sloppy Slaytime. So we just got our last trailer for Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. And oh, it did not disappoint. So let's just start off this video by talking about the two things that every big YouTuber is doing to clickbait. Including me probably, I don't know, I haven't made the thumbnail yet. Which of course is the reveal of evil Huggy Wuggy and... I don't know what to call him, man, the evil Huggy, I can't. This guy right here, the reveal of this guy. And of course the reveal of Catnap's design. I don't know, he looks pretty cool. I like his eepy smile. Pretty scary big purple cat, honestly. Now, one interesting thing I noticed about this last scene in the trailer, where we can actually see Catnap, is there appears to be some sort of like VHS filter over the footage. And what's odd about this is that this is not the only time we see this VHS filter in the trailer. There's a lot of other shots actually that had this same effect on them. Notably a lot of shots of someone crawling through an indoor playground area with Catnap giving chase. You can see him here and here, as well as the red mist he emits here. And I think that this area is very likely the playhouse that was mentioned in Elliot Ludwig's monologue at the beginning of the trailer, as well as shown in the shot here. And what I find interesting is these first-person frantic VHS scenes paint a very stark contrast between the cinematic high-res gameplay shots of the rest of the trailer. These seem very intentional. So why were they included? In every other chapter of Poppy Playtime, there are collectible VHS tapes that you can find and watch that usually give some lore about the factory. And I do believe that this is just one of those, but specifically from one of Playcare's child residents, documenting the aftermath of the Hour of Joy, which culminates in this chase by Catnap, and ends with the scene here that we are shown at the end of the trailer, with this kid either being caught or killed by Catnap. We even see a videotape later in this scene, which is marked the Hour of Joy, with Poppy saying, if you want to know what happened and why, then this is your answer. So this Hour of Joy tape could very likely be what we are seeing in these VHS scenes. Also, at the beginning of the trailer we get these projected photos of the actual goings-on in Playcare, with children sleeping in beds and workers in hazmat suits, as well as some of the kids who presumably became the various smiling critter monsters. And finally, a case file for a boy who's labeled as Experiment 1188, which we know for a fact is Catnap's number. And this case file is very interesting, labeling Catnap as the most sophisticated in the Bigger Bodies initiative yet, with 1188 coming before, nope, still can't say that without laughing, and Huggy Wuggy. The case file also lists that Catnap is more successful than the previous experiment, which is probably the prototype. Catnap is apparently made for use in the Home Sweet Home, which according to this map of Playcare that appears later in the trailer, is the main orphanage of the compound. This map also shows Playcare as having a toy store, schoolhouse, playhouse, and a counselor's office. Catnap presumably being brought in as a sort of guard to make sure the kids go to sleep on time, and that nobody escapes. Now the next part of this document is genuinely extremely disturbing, discussing the actual creation of Catnap. And here it's revealed what was hinted at for a long time, that these toys are not just the souls of dead kids somehow transferred into giant toy bodies, but the literal bodies of children combined and melded together with the toy material, with incredibly disturbing lines in the file talking about decoupling the brainstem from the spinal cord, preventing the collapse of the nervous system, rerouting blood and oxygen, and talking about Catnap being a 3-to-1 mixture of something. The something in question, one can only guess, is a 3-to-1 mixture of human parts to Playtime Co. abomination. This file also states that these procedures must be done carefully to correct for mistakes of previous experiments 1186 and 1187, which are likely the other members of the Smiling Friends gang. And this revelation about the true nature of the Poppy Playtime monsters is further backed up by Ludwig's closing line at the end of the chapter. All that awaits you are incomprehensible horrors. Smiling mouths full of meat, teeth, and plastic. So I mean, like, dead kids mixed with giant stuffed animal parts. Poppy Playtime is literally just a Fazbear Frights book. My headcanon? Poppy Playtime is, actually FNAF. That's 100% true, by the way. Okay, so now on to Evil Boxy Boo!
Molten, that's actually Huggy Wuggy, not Boxy Boo.
Shut up! Anyway. One of the most shocking moments of this trailer was the reveal of a nightmare version of Huggy Wuggy, completely sharp yellow teeth and claws. Now, we do actually know that this chase scene is taking place somewhere in the Home Sweet Home orphanage building. As looking around this scene, the wallpaper is the same as in this image of what looks like the entrance to this Catnap-themed lobby area. as well as the claw marks and wallpaper both match this shot from the orphanage here, as well as much of what we were shown in the very first trailer for Chapter 3 from back in July. The grab pack also seems to be getting some serious updates in this chapter. The green electric grab pack hands look to be making a return from Chapter 2, but we are also showing 2 new ones. A purple mechanical looking hand that seems to give players a jump boost when interacting with the grab pack handprints. And the second new grab pack hand seems to be some sort of flare gun. The fingers are pointed in the classic finger gun shape, and the amount of ammo remaining is listed on the side of the glove. We can see the player use this new ability in several scenes, one to light up a dark tunnel, one to stun Catnap, and another time to stun Dog Day. And by the way, one interesting thing about Dog Day in this scene is the fact that he's in his plush form, which is a stark contrast to how he appeared in the last trailer, as a monster similar to Catnap, just smaller with a more humanoid shape. And we know that it has been hinted that Catnap is capable of changing sizes and switching between his plush and monster form. So perhaps this is the case for all of the Smiling Friends. Also, cool observation, the 2 new grab pack hands are purple and orange, which are the same colors as the leaders of the Smiling Critters, Dog Day and Catnap. But one of the biggest mysteries in this trailer is the identity of the new female voice that we can hear throughout a lot of this trailer. And we know for a fact that it's not Poppy, even though it does kind of sound like her, because we hear Poppy's voice right after hers. And they are different. So I'd guess that this is Bobby Bearhug, because first of all, the voice in the trailer sounds a lot like Bobby's voice from the Smiling Critters cartoon, and second, right when this new character starts talking in the trailer, we see a statue of Bobby. Also, side note, there's this one shot where we can see a monster down the hallway obscured by shadows, and its silhouette looks a lot like a Smiling Critter with bear ears. So could this possibly be Bobby in monster form? And finally, here's just some random stuff in this trailer I thought was interesting. Rapid fire, let's go! The scene of this hunk of metal on fire is a zoomed out shot of what we were shown at the beginning of the first trailer for Chapter 3, and appears to be the wreckage of the train at the end of Chapter 2. When the projector clicks off at the beginning of this trailer, for a brief moment you can see Catnap's shadow. At some point in the chapter we leave Playcare, and go underground, judging by these cave-like things in this shot. The entirety of Playcare is encapsulated in this fake outdoors area, complete with trees and a painted sky. Kinda reminds me of the Truman Show. Also said fake sky seems to have a day and night cycle, judging by the shot of Kissy Missy and Poppy Playtime herself working together. Oh god, people are gonna probably ship them, aren't they? Guys, please don't do that. That would be deranged and degenerated, and honestly, pretty downright evil. Alright, that's all for me. I'm packing up. I'm out of here. Guys, check this pic I found. What do you think of this? What's your opinion on this photo? Please leave it down in the comments today. You guys think anyone watches these end segments? Like, honestly, like, could I just, like, drop in, like, obscenities and profanities over here and no one would even, like, ever be the wiser? I'm thinking hard yes. Have I ever swore on this channel? I don't think so. Like, when I made this channel, you could still get, like, deported to Guatemala and, like, beaten over the head with a crowbar. If you said, like, what the heck, you know? Dude, grade school teacher, brutal, alright? You said, what the heck, she'll kill you. It was crazy. I would tell you to, like, subscribe and, like, follow the Twitter and, like, join the Discord, but you're not going to. It's not going to happen. Like, none of you are going to do that. Not a single person who watches this video is going to follow me on Twitter or join the Discord. I'm literally, like, descending into madness right now. Please help. Someone, like, send help immediately. I need to... I'm literally descending into madness right now, guys.